Nina walked this lonesome valley. She had to walk it all by herself. Oh, nobody else would walk it for her. She had to walk it by herself. I believe the emotional landscape of a Southern family, or really any family, is intimately tied to the literal landscape. I mean, if you think about it, even the sound of the vowels on the voice are somehow impacted by whether your feet were born with clay or concrete beneath them. If you had the guts to pick up a piece of dirt clod from where I was born and taste it, it would be mighty salty, and also metaphorically peppered with whiskey and tobacco barns and penal farms. When I think about the place where I'm from, it's much more than a bunch of people. I am from a dancing bunch of silly siblings, moonwalking like Michael Jackson to Smokey Robinson's Tears of a Clown. I am from a dank kitchen and burnt bacon. I am from the pop sound of face slapping. For daring to go after my mama's word and dispute it. I am from a horse, a hog, 2 cats, and 6 dogs, named Rascal number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and Rascal number 6. I'm from the foul line, way past dinner time, or don't come inside for supper. I'm from a tearful team of 2 called girls whose only dream is to one day sit up at the right hand of Pat Summithead and play Tennessee basketball. Can I get a witness? Do you follow me? I'm from some island octogenarians wearing suspenders, gregarians on a grocery store porch, drinking some iced tea. I'm from a rotary red children's telephone all alone when the prank calling handyman solicits my sister. And Daddy rips up that receiver and blows his referee whistle till he's hot damn blue in the face. I'm from squat spying on the next door neighbor who threatens to rip the stitches from the bitch's back if she won't shut the hell up. I'm from fire more than ice, Bible more than brains, Captain Kangaroo, hee-haw, and a blue bun with boredom. I'm from Nina and Jonas, Addie and Bill, and mostly my brother. Yes, my brother, who was moonwalking, shook and jiving around that back bedroom. I'm from back then more than right now. Can you go there? Do you know how? Where are you from? Where on earth do you come from? Thank you. This is John Jackson over here with me today. The health and wellness plan in the family that I grew up in was pretty much, if it doesn't kill you, it'll only make you stronger. And I don't necessarily advocate that, and I've been learning a lot here today, which I'm going to take back to my family. But they were the type of people who would, just tell stories. And part of this emotional wellness landscape did have to do with telling stories. In fact, I had 3 great aunts that used to gather up in a little threesome by the barn, and they reminded me kind of chickens or something. You know, we even nicknamed them and called them Cluck Cackle Pets. poor old Daryl. Biddy's click over crackling Coca-Colas. Linda has let herself go. They peck popcorn from a Tupperware bowl and cackle. She's big as a roadside of a barn, and he ain't but that big around. Well, she won't wear a girdle. Can't keep house. All those filthy cats she keeps, somebody ought to call the law. Now my boy Sam saw her soldering car parts into sculptures in the night sky. And there Daryl's breaking his back on the graveyard shift. Oh, she'll be the death of Daryl. Mark my word. I heard she was over at the song leader's house bumping uglies to some Chet Atkins records. That's just gossip. I wouldn't touch the wicked woman with a Jesus-sanctioned 10-foot pole. Wipe the dust from your feet, girls. Linda's let herself go. These cluck curses, chicken shit. Only fertilized Linda's leaving, they'd like to have a fit. The night she hiked her skirt. And lit out of that two-bit dumb quack town. And by the grace of God, Linda let herself go. She let herself go. Let herself go, all right. Go, Linda. Go, go, go! Wonder on some people's faces, like, how in the world does this fit in with health and wellness? But it does. It's an important part. I think going back and claiming family stories and bringing them up and bringing the energy up and putting them out in the world and claiming them for yourself is part of that. And I know it's been an important part for me. I grew up in a family, a lot of people were on spring break this last week, and I was thinking, we grew up in a family where you never went on vacation. You just took boring trips to relatives. Anybody else do that? Ever miss it? It's like, okay, let's get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and drive over to West Memphis. I mean, it's not fun. I feel like it's a lot of fun. You know, but it was out of town, and that seemed to be the important thing. And anyway, we looked at them as little pilgrimages, and this next one is called Pilgrimage to Aunt Virginia's. Cheese and crackers littered the floorboard of a silver Eldorado. The air is car travel stale and odor like feet. When the dust clears from our labored turn into the gravel lot, we six emerge, sophisticates, against the front porch of a failing country store. An electric Coca-Cola sign is the screen door between worlds, and the sign don't lie. Green bottles cool in a chin high that locks inside. We pass rows of waving Nilla wafers on the shelves. In the back of the store, a sinister room lures us. Flaking, putrid, pink-skinned woman decays in a four-poster bed. Eyes the size of chicken eggs that could have been laid this morning and sold this afternoon. Her head sways there and sweats on the dirty pillow. Grand Old Opry on the radio. The near song she sings isn't a celebration If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. This is desperate, like crying. I'm out on Plymouth, sitting on a rock. The pilgrim fires the line, buckshot, into our new world. We take it in the chest. Faceless relatives shuffling around her bed, embarrassed to acknowledge the specter. Uncle Brother offers a brush to stroke the death hair. I imagine years will clump out into my hands, so I cling there to the roof of my mouth and my mama's leg. Anybody here today still using the CB radio? No hands? Okay. We were in Arkansas last week and we had a lot of hands. Somebody over here. Anyway, I don't know if there's any if it's too tangential to even mention, but I do feel like sort of a return to CB radio could cut down on those electrical things that are coming in our head with the cell phones. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, and I have an aunt that does a lot with this, and her name is Dixie, and this is called Dixieland. Born with a voice, husky and low. Should have been a DJ, AM radio, if her old man let her work outside the home. Ain't Dixie's dreams never came to pass. Tonight she'll close those eyes and raise that glass. Breaker, breaker, 1-9, I got you mighty fine wine. But come on. Trucker talks her hot cup of tea. On a sagging card table sits a landline CB radio with a push bar silver microphone. Privacy's a commodity, undercutting this house by poverty. So Dixie carries on in front of us kids. I'm frying bacon, scrambling eggs. Come on down to some of Dixie's dregs. Come on. She'll holler out, look away from me, kids. She's telling bold-faced lies. The honest truth is, she's wooing truckers, hauling produce and Batesville caskets through the Ozark nights. She forbids our eyes so our ears misconstrue. If you'd have been there with us, you might have heard it too. I think it would break her one time. Raven-haired, I'm a raven beauty. She purrs to anybody in the vicinity. I'm hauling post holes, honey. 10-4 back door, put the pedal to the metal and let them roll. Arkansas Airways, she stacks up some boxes and sits ribble and plays old LPs to Rhodes scholars, turning the pages of night. Now for 101 cross-country excursion, she sings without the record, a cappella version, singing Moon River, wide crossing her heart in the style of the Catholic. We know she ain't nothing but a cradle Church of Christ. Breaker, breaker, 1-9, got nothing on but the radio. Love the art, not the artist. Ain't that what they always say? So we close our eyes, enjoy her music, and look away. Look away, look away from Aunt Dixie's landline. Breaker, breaker, 1-9. Or was that break her one time? All right, I think you're coming with me now. I like that. a lot of times we'll start telling these stories and people will look like they've heard a high dog whistle. You know that look? But I found a woman like that out in Appalachia last year. We were traveling, and her story was one of those that changed the way I saw the world. And I think that's the importance of telling stories. Is this, you're going through life one way, and I think I've got it all settled. I think, there's black and white, Republican and Democrat, and then you meet somebody that smashes every single category you've got. And this woman was on the side of the road again in Appalachian, Ohio. It's called Jesus, Kitties, and Flowers. I spied her, Watusian with a weed whacker, wielding it like a weapon on the side of a country road. I was lanced by that sharp glance above the roadside where she weed whacked waist-high grass. She was a safe, seeming woman. She had Jesus spelled out little bitty kitty and flower letters across the front of her shirt. I cranked my car window down and cast a simple question on to our common brethren. Can you tell me where the Nazareth, Kentucky Retreat Center is? She kind of sucked her tooth, cocked her head to one side. She had these old eyes, kind of roomy and wide. Exactly why are you way out here in such a high-class automobile? She's suspect of our destination. Voices every single reservation about the people and place where we're trying to go.
There's devil worship going on up there. Child molestation.
This woman's kind of got cyclone hair.
Sacrifices. Other unspeakable names.
Well, the car idles there on the hairpin turn when the talk turns to war and how all of the protesters are going to burn in hell at the Nazareth, Kentucky Retreat Center up the road. Remember, she's got Jesus spelled out in little bitty kitty and flower letters right across the front of her shirt. And before she'll reveal what we need to know, she wants to make darn sure we're not some homosexual running around her neck of the woods. What I realize when her rant is through is this poor woman's afraid of life. And maybe now I am too. She had a heart of darkness, covered over by the powerful Prince of Peace. I could have left right then. Just circled my ear with my finger. But something about her caused me to linger. Tarnished dog tags noosed her neck like a chain link fence. And for some odd reason, I still can't explain it. I asked about the tags. Oh, Lord, here come the pain. It bled buckets of bloody soldiers on the side of some road. Her baby boy had been sent home in a pine wood box. The wind picks up. Our conversation dies down. I realize we're standing on her holy ground, and I let her back up and jack up every judgment I got about her. This woman's eyes wild now, angry and wide. She's before the enemy, and ain't nobody on her side in this gas-guzzling, high-class automobile. I'm still lanced by that sharp glance up off the roadside where she weed whacked waist-high grass. Oh, Jesus. Kitties and flowers. She's clinging for dear life to the front of her shirt.